Look at this. It's $1. In 2026, this single piece of paper is going to be the reason you're either sleeping soundly or staring at your ceiling at 3 a.m. wondering where it all went wrong. Here's a situation I bet you know all too well. You're at the checkout, maybe it's Amazon, maybe it's the grocery store, and you see something for $1.99. Or maybe it's a pro version of an app for an extra $1 a month. You don't even blink. You think, it's just $1. It doesn't move the needle. But then, 3 weeks later, you look at your bank statement. You see a sea of small transactions. $4.50 here, $12 there, a $1 service fee that you didn't notice. And somehow, despite making a decent salary, your savings account looks exactly the same as it did last year. You feel like you're running on a financial treadmill that's slowly speeding up, and no matter how much harder you run, you aren't actually getting anywhere. That's literally everyone right now. We are being nickeled and dimed into a lifetime of mediocrity. Introduction. My name is Julian, and I spend way too much time thinking about the invisible math of everyday spending. If you're someone who feels like you're doing everything right, you have a job, you pay your bills, but you still can't seem to build a wealth moat that actually protects you, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. The Great Deception of 2026. Here's the thing. We've been lied to about what wealth building actually looks like. Most financial gurus want to talk to you about picking the next 100x crypto coin or finding a side hustle that pays $10,000 a month. Look, those things are great if they happen, but they're outliers. The $1 decision I'm talking about isn't about picking a stock. It's about opportunity cost. In 2026, the global economy is going to be more subscription-based than ever before. Companies have realized that they don't need to convince you to spend $1,000 once. They just need to convince you to spend $1 forever. The math, why your brain is lying to you. Let's look at the actual math, because this is where most people get it wrong. Let's say you're 25 years old. You decide that just $1 a day isn't worth worrying about. That's $30 a month. Over 40 years, ATAN 8% return, which is the historical average of the S&P 500, that insignificant dollar becomes $105,000. Think about that. That $1 decision, that extra topping, that convenience fee, that slightly better data plan is literally a six-figure hole in your retirement. Now you might be thinking, Julian, are you really telling me I can't spend $1? That sounds miserable. No, that's not the point. The point is that you are making these decisions unconsciously. Here's what most people don't realize. Your brain is evolved for a world of scarcity, not a world of infinite digital temptations. When you see a small price tag, your brain's pain centers don't fire. But the cumulative effect is a financial death by 1,000 cuts. The psychology, the ether of wealth. This is where it gets really interesting. In the world of finance, there's something I call ether wealth. Ether is the stuff that fills the space between things. In your budget, the ether is the money that disappears between your big bills. You know exactly what your rent is. You know your car payment. But I bet if I asked you how much you spent on convenience last month, Uber Eats markups, delivery fees, small digital upgrades, you'd be off by at least 50%. Statistics show that the average American spends over $200 a month on subscriptions they don't even use or forgot they had. In 2026, as AI makes it easier for companies to target your specific weaknesses, that number is going to skyrocket. The analogous trap, the leaky bucket. Imagine you have a giant bucket you're trying to fill with water. That water is your income. Most people focus on getting a bigger faucet, a raise. But if your bucket has 50 tiny, pin-sized holes in the bottom, it doesn't matter how fast the water comes in. You will never, ever fill that bucket. The $1 decision is the act of plugging one hole. Just one. The objections. Let's get real. Now I can hear the comments already. Julian, inflation is 7%. $1 isn't worth anything anyway. Actually, that's exactly why the $1 decision matters more now. When inflation is high, your margin shrinks. If your margin, the gap between what you earn and what you spend, is only 5%, then a 1% change in your spending habits is a 20% increase in your wealth-building power. It's not about the dollar's value in the store, it's about the dollar's power in the market. Actionable steps, how to win in 2026. So what do we actually do? I'm not going to tell you to stop buying lattes. That's tired advice. Instead, I want you to do these 3 things immediately. 1. The hours of life audit. Before you spend any money, especially those small amounts, calculate how many minutes of your life that purchase costs. If you make $30 an hour, that's 50 cents a minute. Is that $10 upgraded lunch worth 20 minutes of sitting at your desk? Sometimes the answer is yes. Usually it's no. 2. Audit the ghost transactions. Go to your banking app. Search for transactions under $5. You will be horrified. These are the vampire costs. Pick one, just one, and kill it. That is your $1 decision. 3. Reverse the subscription model. If companies want to bill you monthly, you need to pay yourself monthly. Set up an automated transfer for just $1 a day, $30 a month, into a low-cost index fund. Don't look at it. The surprising insight, it's not about the money. Here's the final truth that most people will never tell you. The $1 decision isn't actually about the $1. It's about identity. When you consciously decide not to spend that dollar, you are telling your brain, I am the type of person who is in control of my future. I am not a passive consumer. I am an owner. That shift in identity is what creates millionaires. It's the difference between someone who has money and someone who is wealthy. Conclusion and call to action. 2026 is going to be a volatile year. The world is changing faster than ever. You can either be the person who gets swept away by 1,000 small costs, or you can be the person who builds a foundation, $1 at a time. Look, you don't need a miracle to be wealthy. You just need discipline and time. If you're ready to take control of your ether wealth and stop the leaks in your bucket, I want you to comment "plugged" down below. It tells me you're serious about making 2026 the year your net worth actually starts to reflect your hard work. And if you want to see exactly how I've structured my own portfolio to survive the upcoming shifts, click the video on the screen right now. I'll see you over there.